There is a new wrinkle in the OJ Simpson case. And it turns out that there's new evidence that's been uncovered, and apparently a construction worker found this evidence during the demolition of OJ Simpson's home. It's actually a knife, and some believe that the knife could have blood residue on it. So police are investigating it in a top secret investigation. Let me give you the details about this. Now, TMZ is reporting they were told that a construction worker found the knife years ago. We have heard several different stories ranging from several years ago to 1998 when the house was demolished, okay? So this construction worker goes outside, sees a group of cops, and gives the knife to a cop. The cop on duty at the time was actually taking care of a movie that was being filmed. And the cop did the wrong thing. He didn't turn in the evidence. He actually kept it. Turns out the cop who worked the traffic division was off duty at the time, working security for a movie shoot at a house across the street on Rockingham. Our sources say the officer took the knife home and kept it for years. So then years later, he talks to another police official. At this point, he's already retired. And he tells the police official, hey, look what I got. I really want to frame it, okay? And the other cop turns him in because he realizes, well, this is wrong. This is evidence that could maybe change the outcome of the trial. But hold on. Since OJ was found not guilty, it's still an open case. That means cops can continue investigating, but OJ cannot be prosecuted again, regardless of what the outcome will be from the test results for the knife.
So that's double jeopardy. That's part of our Constitution. You can't try someone for the same crime twice. Now, theoretically, since OJ was found not guilty, maybe it has someone else's blood on it, and maybe it would prove that somebody else was the culprit, right? I wouldn't bet on it. Okay. Man, I'm now watching that series again, The People vs. OJ Simpson. You were reliving all these things. He had 62 cases of attacking his wife before.
62?
62 before he didn't kill her. Okay.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And it was OJ, and he was famous, so cover up this, cover up that. He's got money, then he covers up some of it with the money. It's unbelievable what he got away with. So now, I mean, and this, look at this jackass cop. What are you doing, man? It's like literally the most famous trial of our lifetimes, of a generation. And he's like, oh, cool, bloody knife from the scene. I'm going to keep it for decades and not tell anybody. And it's ironic, one of the reasons that OJ got off, because of the incompetence of the LAPD. As I'm watching that series, it's making my blood boil again for two different reasons. One, that he got off. No one's ever been more guilty in American history than OJ was, okay? And if you're still holding on to that he's not, you're totally wrong, okay? Sad day for you. So now, no, sad day for all of us because he got away with it. The second thing that pisses me off is Mark Furman sued Los Angeles for making him a racist. He openly admitted he was a racist. He sued saying, oh, my work as a police officer made me racist, so you owe me money.
Wow.
What an insane lawsuit.
Wow.
No, but that was before OJ. They put him back on the force, and so now anytime that he went to deal with any case that involved black people, they're just going to turn around and say, this guy is an acknowledged racist, and they're going to throw out the evidence.
Wow.
How do you put him back on this beat? How do you put him back on the street to do more policing? And then he's the one that handles the evidence. And it's so easy for Johnny Cochran and everybody else to say, this guy's an avowed racist. Of course he planted the evidence. Oh, you guys, so monumentally stupid. But it's worse than stupid because it goes to the ideology, which is, it's not that big a deal to have a racist cop. I mean,
yes.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you didn't think that it was a big deal. Like, yeah, this guy says, open court, I am a racist, okay? And they think, no big deal. All right, back you go. All right, go fight crime, right? And then, oh, lo and behold, it turns out you get in trouble for that. Or sometimes the worst case scenario is a guilty guy who cut two people's heads off walks because of that. Yeah, great job there. Way to pursue justice.
So let's say that a case happens, someone gets prosecuted, and they get acquitted, right? But then later on, there's new evidence that might indicate that this person actually committed the crime. We're really not allowed to prosecute that person again?
That is correct.
Yep.
That's insane.
Not really.
Because then if you don't have double jeopardy, then
You just keep trying
the government can harass
just come at
somebody
you.
No, I know.
over and over and over again.
I know why that protection is in place. But if you have DNA evidence that someone committed the crime, you're like, oh, well, he murdered this person, so.
No, the Constitution is actually a very liberal document. It gives the defendants a ton of rights, right?
Because they came from tyrannical rulers. They knew what it was, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, and in fact, when I was in law school, I was like, man, I don't know that defendants should have all of these rights. Like the right to not incriminate yourself. That actually drives me crazy. Like, why not? Why don't you have to take the stand, right? OJ didn't have to take the stand. No, wait, if you're not guilty, let's hear you say it. I mean, what's the fucking big deal? In fact, I literally disagree with that, okay? It's in the Constitution, and the Constitution is more liberal than I am, okay? I would take that out. Now, they say, oh, that's so they don't beat you, right? Yeah, that's fine. That's cruel and unusual punishment. I don't want anybody getting beaten, right? And I don't want torture, and I don't want any of that, but that's already illegal, right? Or put that in the Constitution. But, yeah, I want to hear what you have to say if you're charged with a crime, right? So, but that's what conservatives don't get. The Constitution is massively liberal, right? And so, yes, one of the rights is, hey, prosecution. In order so that we don't have a tyrannical government, the burden is on the government to prove that this guy is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And if you screw it up, you don't get a second chance, right? And boy, did they screw it up with OJ.
Yeah, they did.